welcome back to another show with August with the Shade. Let's go ahead and get into the tea. Now, I'm going to talk about something that continues to come up, right? And it is fan speculation, but I just want to talk about how, people are trying to figure out if Beyonce is actually, afraid of her husband, Jay-Z. Now, we know that he's tied to a lot of things and Rock Nation and a lot of the rumors and conspiracies that have been going on, in the industry. But we obviously, of course, don't know what goes on behind closed doors with this married couple, but we can look at certain patterns and certain, the silence of Beyonce with everything that's going on. She's always remained, she always remains quiet about everything, even the stuff that happened with her sister in the elevator. You know what I'm saying? You would think that you would ride for your family, but she still never even talked about what happened with that, right? Because your sister's not, going at your man for no reason, right? So let's really talk about it, because that's what's really raising the questions on if Beyonce is actually scared of Jay-Z. Now, one major example that I want to talk about is, Jay-Z versus Nicki Minaj. Now, first off, for those who don't know, Nicki Minaj was one of the artists that backed the whole Tidal launch, right? Even appearing at big press launches and, doing big events, behind the scenes. Jay allegedly wasn't giving her the full equity of respect that she deserved in that moment, right? So here's the thing. Beyonce, who was obviously tied to the same, business move, because as you can see, she was at the Tidal signing as well, never once publicly came out and defended Nicki Minaj. Not a tweet, not a repost, not a quote, nothing. And I don't know why that is, because I thought that Nicki Minaj and Beyonce was actually cool, but I can see why Beyonce wouldn't say anything. But it's almost like, girl, I hope you sent her a text message, let her know that you know what I'm saying, like women empowerment, like how you do it every, all the other girls. When Chris Brown did what he did to Rihanna, you ran behind her and was all on the news. The same thing happened with Megan Thee Stallion. You're out here giving her Grammys, but soon as Nicki Minaj comes out and she starts talking about, certain things that's happening in the industry, you have nothing to say. That's a little weird to me. I'm just saying. So, fans are starting to ask, why would Beyonce, someone who's all about empowerment and standing by women, stay silent in a moment? What is loyalty? Like, I understand that that's your husband, but what is your loyalty to women? You know what I'm saying? And your career. But it's like, I want to ask, were you, told to stay out of it? Because I remember in 2017, when Nicki Minaj and Remy Ma got into it, Nicki posted a video of you and you calling her the queen, and Jay-Z allegedly told Nicki Minaj to take the video down because he didn't want you involved in it. So is that what he's telling you behind the scenes? You know what I'm saying? Is there a deeper dynamic here that keeps on, that keeps on going on that you're not speaking about? We want to know. Even when it involves other, powerful women being disrespected, you still have nothing to say? That bothers me a lot. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. So we're not here to stir the pot with no facts, but let's just be real. There are valid questions, especially when you start seeing patterns of Beyonce being, controlled, always being calculated, and never going against Jay publicly. Now, of course, we wouldn't want somebody to go against their husband publicly, but girl, are you ever going to speak your mind? Are you ever going to say how you feel? Because I know so many people in a relationship that still have their own identity. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like Beyonce has lost her identity on the road because she's always touring. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know what's going on, but I always see, Nicki Minaj always getting down talked by people, and people claiming that they're her friend, but they never, support her or back her up. I think that's a little messed up, but that's the industry and that's how things go. But Beyonce, I hope that you're not being controlled by your husband, and I hope that you do find your own voice. And Jay-Z, I hope everything that, is happening behind the scenes come to the light so that people can see the person that you really are.